know what celebrity you
It
are.
don't matter. They get my ticket. Let me ride home. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. I'm a lit day, man.
Lil Baby's new album Wham didn't get the reaction he was hoping for. Fans and critics were quick to share their disappointment, and DJ Academics didn't hold back either. Before the album even dropped, Academics reportedly told Lil Baby that he needed Young Thug to help save his career, suggesting the album lacked any standout tracks. This album has no hits, just misses, Academics said. He even joked, if Young Thug is still on vacation, call him. You need him for a verse, a song, something to bring life to this project. Academics went on to mock how confidently Lil Baby had previewed the album, saying it's like the Monstars from Space Jam stole his talent. I don't know what I'm listening to anymore. Fans were left wondering if the album was even fully finished. After digging a little deeper, I found out why the album might have felt rushed. Lil Baby could be facing some serious legal trouble. Rumors are flying that he and his label 4PF might be the next targets in Atlanta's RICO investigations. The recent shutdown of 4PF was the first clue. Plus, with 2 major RICO cases already in the spotlight, things aren't looking great. In the next 60 days, the heat is expected to rise, with 2 more big cases likely to surface. Many are asking where Lil Baby has been for the past 2 years. Since Atlanta authorities couldn't bring down Young Thug, people suspect they'll shift their focus to Lil Baby next. Recently, Lil Baby opened up about why he shut down his label 4PF. It wasn't an easy decision, but he felt it was necessary to avoid the label being seen as a street gang. I had to end it, he said. At first, I didn't really understand how things worked, but now I know, and I'd be crazy to keep doing the same thing. He added, they're trying to twist things and make it look bad. So, if I can change that, I will. And it's not just about staying out of trouble with the police, it's about doing the right thing overall. Lil Baby recently shared how things went wrong with his record label, 4PF. It was never supposed to be like this, he said, explaining how 4PF wasn't meant to have a negative image. After his comments, DJ Academics dropped some shocking details. He claimed that Dion Willis, an Atlanta investigator, has been targeting local rappers, setting traps under RICO laws. On Monday night, Lil Baby got caught up in it when he was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. He was taken to the Clark County Detention Center with bail set at $55,000. This was his first arrest, but many believe it could just be the start. Lil Baby was clearly frustrated. I pay $200K a year for licensed security, he said. You're locking me up for what? I got security so stuff like this doesn't happen. My jet's leaving at 7 p.m. Search me, I'm good. The situation looks even worse after Academics revealed a bombshell a few months back. He claimed that 4PF is listed on the same RICO documents as Young Thug's crew. First, they're going after one group, Academics said. Then they'll come for the next, and 4PF might be next in line. DJ Academics recently dropped some eye-opening information, hinting at trouble ahead for Lil Baby and his label, 4PF. I've heard the names, but I'm not sure I should say them, he said. Not part of any investigation, but let's be real, these are big names. One's a top rapper and the other, well, I think you already know, they're from Atlanta, go by 3 letters, and have been making noise for a while. With the YSL trial now over, Academics shared more about Lil Baby's recent arrests, calling them red flags for an upcoming RICO case. You don't have to believe me, but hear me out, he said. When Fonnie Willis went after YSL, she had a list of targets. First it was Thug, then YFN, next 4PF. That's one reason they've been switching things up, even changing their name. Academics made it clear the pressure is building and Lil Baby could be next in line as Atlanta tightens its grip on street-connected groups. This is bigger than people think, he added. It's only a matter of time. The story goes that the feds told local authorities, we got this, which is why they didn't push hard to charge Lil Durk. After Von's death, they dropped the case entirely, but word is the feds plan to deal with Durk eventually. This explains why Lil Baby has been keeping a low profile. So far, he's only been under state and county watch, not federal, but how did things escalate? It all started during the YSL RICO trial. 2 weeks into the case, Lil Baby's close friend, Gunna, took a plea deal, stepping away from the charges tied to Young Thug. In court, Gunna admitted, yes, ma am, when asked if he knew YSL members had committed crimes. He also confirmed he was in a car with Young Thug when police found drugs and a gun, though he claimed neither belonged to him. Not long after, Lil Baby was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. These incidents have people wondering if he could be the next target as the pressure keeps building. Just 2 weeks after Gunna was released from prison, Lil Baby found himself in a strange situation. A video surfaced online showing him getting pulled over for having tinted windows. The officer immediately said, "You know why I pulled you over? These windows are so dark, I can't see anything." Lil Baby, trying to keep calm, responded, "I'm a celebrity, man, nobody can see me." But the officer wasn't buying it, telling him, "You can't have that tint." After some back and forth, Lil Baby signed a ticket and thought it was over, but things took an odd twist. As he drove down the same street, another officer arrested him. People were confused because you don't get arrested for a window tint violation. Lil Baby was frustrated, saying, "You don't get locked up for this." Luckily, Lil Baby was able to get his lawyer flown in on a private jet and he was bailed out that same night. However, the body cam footage from the arrest got corrupted, leaving a lot of questions about what really happened. From what it seemed, Lil Baby was just given a ticket, but then he was arrested out of nowhere. Now, Lil Baby feels like he's being singled out, especially after his former close friend allegedly snitched on him. He believes this could be the reason behind all these issues. To make matters worse, Young Thug tweeted wham. After being freed, which has only fueled more rumors about the drama that's far from over, it's clear Lil Baby's journey is anything but simple. The phrase "drop one of these rats" has been tied to Lil Baby, who's been openly critical of Gunna for cooperating during the YSL trial. Lil Baby made it clear on Instagram, responding to Young Thug, saying the next day Thug's gonna post another tweet and go live. He then told Gunna, "Stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you." This response caught the attention of Gunna's brother, who seemed to feel the same way. Later that evening, Young Thug took to Instagram, sharing a story where he made it clear he did things the right way. "Hey man, what you got, G? You feel me?" Thug said, adding, "Ain't no cap in it. No cap in my right. The right way. It's time to do it the right way." He even tagged T, hinting that Ty thought he handled it the correct way, saying, "Let G know he did it right." As this tension plays out in public, it's clear there's a lot going on behind the scenes. The drama continues to unfold, and it looks like this is just the beginning of what's sure to be a heated back and forth. DJ Academics recently raised an important point about the situation between Lil Baby, Gunna, and Young Thug that many people might not be noticing. He believes the feds had everything planned out, which is why Gunna got such a light sentence. Academics explained that while Young Thug's release seemed like a win, it actually comes with conditions that could set him up to go back to jail. He pointed out that the feds are aware Young Thug is likely to break probation, which could land him with a 20-year sentence. He also thinks Lil Baby will side with Young Thug, which could lead to both of them getting caught at the same time. Young Thug is on probation for 15 years, and he has a list of strict rules. He can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with other people involved in the case, and can't rap about or promote certain things. Academics sees all these conditions as part of a bigger plan by the feds, who know Thug might slip up. This situation is far from over, and it looks like the drama is about to get even more intense. Music often reflects what an artist is going through, and sometimes the things they rap about can give us a glimpse into their life. For example, when Lil Baby raps about going to the park or the club and having a good time, some people might see it as him just living it up, while others might think he's promoting something deeper. Music has that power to shape how people view situations. If you followed the YSL trial, you saw how much it affected Young Thug. Fans could tell he was struggling. He gained a lot of weight, and it was obvious that the pressure was getting to him. While people were happy to see him released, the whole situation is still unclear, and the drama continues. Lil Baby has been pretty open about his frustration with everything going on, and it's clear he's not happy with how things are turning out. But at the same time, some people around him, like Young Thug's dad, think Lil Baby should stay quiet. In an interview, Thug's dad said Lil Baby needs to be quiet because he doesn't know the full story. He's just going off what he's heard. When was the last time he sat down and really talked about all this? It seems like there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than we know. The drama around Lil Baby, Young Thug, and Gunna has been unfolding for a while now, and with every new interview or post, the situation only seems to get more complicated. Recently, Young Thug's father spoke out in an effort to clear the air about Gunna's plea deal. For months, rumors have been swirling that Gunna, after pleading guilty to his charges, could have put the rest of the crew, including Young Thug and Lil Baby, in a vulnerable position. The major accusation was that Gunna had snitched or cooperated with authorities, and many fans and critics believed his decision could hurt the others involved in the case. However, Young Thug's father disagreed with that narrative. In his interview, he stated firmly, "Gunna didn't do anything that could hurt us on this case." His words were meant to address the backlash Gunna faced after his plea deal. While Gunna's decision to plead guilty was controversial, especially among fans who supported Young Thug and the YSL team, Thug's father wanted to make it clear that Gunna's actions had not directly impacted the case or made things worse for those still facing charges. This was an important clarification because for a long time, people have been debating whether Gunna's cooperation with law enforcement, whether voluntary or not, would have a negative impact on Young Thug and others. The public had been labeling Gunna a rat, a term that signifies someone who betrays their friends or crew to get a lighter sentence. Gunna's plea deal, where he admitted guilt but did not directly accuse anyone else, left a lot of people questioning his loyalty. Many believe that by pleading guilty, Gunna was setting himself up for a lighter sentence, but, in turn, jeopardizing those still in the legal battle. In contrast, Young Thug's father argued that Gunna's plea deal didn't change anything for the rest of the crew, emphasizing that people misunderstood the situation. He believed that Gunna's decision should be seen differently, that it wasn't as damaging as many people thought. This attempt to clarify the issue was likely aimed at easing the public's tension and putting an end to the claims that Gunna was responsible for worsening the cases of his peers. Despite his father's defense, the situation is far from simple. The public is still divided on whether Gunna's decision was right or wrong, and whether it ultimately helped or hurt his fellow artists. As the trial continues, there will undoubtedly be more questions, more opinions, and more drama, especially with Lil Baby now being closely linked to the case through his connection to Young Thug. Fans are still trying to figure out where each person stands and how this saga will end, but it's clear that the situation remains tense and unresolved. But this raises a big question: were Lil Baby's 3 arrests over the past year just bad luck, or is there more going on? Some people, like DJ Academics, believe that Gunna's actions in court made things even worse for everyone involved. Academics said, when Gunna pleads guilty, everything he said in that courtroom can be used against the people still in jail, like Young Thug and others. In other words, Gunna's words could have put even more pressure on Thug and Lil Baby's cases. Young Thug's father also said that Gunna's plea has made things harder for both Lil Baby and Young Thug, putting them in even more danger. It's clear that this situation is creating a lot of tension and confusion, especially with everything still unfolding. Even NBA YoungBoy weighed in, saying, "I don't care about any of that. It's got nothing to do with me." So, while some people are deeply involved in the drama, others are staying out of it, and it looks like we're far from seeing the end of this.